Hi there, it's Vanessa from Cove, and you're listening to the 69th edition of The Networker. This week, we're exploring how networking is being redefined, from sports fields and running clubs to coffee tables and digital platforms. We'll look at why younger professionals are avoiding traditional networking, how fitness and wellness are reshaping how we connect, and how generosity, not self-promotion, is quietly becoming the new currency of success. We'll also touch on the rise of LinkedIn anxiety, the right way to end conversations with confidence, and what it really means to build relationships that last. So let's dive in. Our first story from Cove Insights shows how sports are becoming one of the most natural environments for building relationships. Whether it's a round of golf, a casual tennis ladder, or even a weekend climbing group, these shared activities allow connections to grow organically. Deloitte's survey found that 91% of women leaders credit competitive sports with developing key professional skills like teamwork, communication, and leadership. The lesson is simple. Networking doesn't always happen in boardrooms. Sometimes it happens over a game, a laugh, or a shared challenge. And with the right tools like Cove's personal CRM, those moments can turn into lasting professional relationships. That theme of connection takes us to Workplace Insight, where new research reveals that Gen Z professionals are quietly retreating from in-person networking. Nearly two-thirds say they actively avoid live events, and many admit relying on AI to help them communicate. It's a striking paradox, a generation more connected than ever digitally, but less confident face-to-face. Experts warn this networking deficit is costing young people opportunities and mentorship. As Nova's CEO puts it, it's not a lack of talent, but a loss of confidence in human connection. The challenge now is to rebuild spaces where authenticity, not algorithms, drives relationships. From Business Insider, we meet a journalist who dreaded both cardio and networking until she attended a sweatworking event for founders and venture capitalists. The concept? Replace small talk with shared sweat. Fitness-focused communities like Rally and Pitch and Run are transforming how entrepreneurs meet, combining movement, conversation, and well-being. Participants describe it as a setting where masks drop, titles fade, and genuine connections form. The lesson? When people meet in motion rather than in meetings, walls come down and collaboration flows naturally. Meanwhile, Forbes dives into a quieter struggle many professionals face: LinkedIn anxiety. Andy Malinsky explains how the pressure to appear polished and successful can trigger comparison, imposter syndrome, and burnout. His advice is to treat LinkedIn like couch to 10K training. Start small, follow people who inspire you, and build confidence gradually. Engagement doesn't have to mean self-promotion. It can mean curiosity, learning, and celebrating others. The key is to control the platform rather than let it control you. That mindset connects directly to built-in, where Logan Curry argues that networking isn't broken. We're just doing it wrong. The problem isn't a lack of effort, but a misunderstanding of what networking really is. It's not mass applications or cold outreach. It's rekindling weak ties, having one-to-one conversations, and doing visible work that speaks for itself. Curry calls it work as networking. Volunteer, consult, collaborate. Because the best connections are built through shared contribution, not forced introductions. Over at Forbes again, Malinsky returns with another skill we rarely talk about: how to end networking conversations gracefully. His advice is refreshingly practical. Preview the ending to signal closure, pass the baton by introducing your partner to someone else, or use environmental cues to create natural exits. And if all else fails, be direct with kindness. Ending conversations well isn't about walking away. It's about leaving a positive final impression that keeps the door open. And finally, UVA Today brings us to a campus coffee shop where Professor Melanie Ann Agorin teaches students that getting coffee is an art form. Her course, How to Get Coffee Building Professional Networks, reframes the dreaded informational meeting as a chance to learn, connect, and build trust. Her advice: don't treat coffee chats as interviews. Treat them as conversations. Be curious, follow up, and play it forward by helping others when your turn comes. It's a reminder that opportunities often start with a simple question. Would you like to grab a coffee? Before we wrap up, let's turn to this week's recommendations. Our book of the week is Give and Take by Adam Grant. It argues that true success doesn't come from competition, but from generosity. The people who help others, sharing time, advice, and opportunities, don't just build goodwill, they build influence. Helping others, Grant shows, is not self sacrifice, it's strategy. Collaboration, not self interest, is what truly drives success. And our podcast episode of the week is What's Next for Me with Tim Ferriss. It's a conversation about curiosity, reinvention, and finding joy in an AI driven world. Ferriss and his guests explore how asking better questions and embracing play can lead to new possibilities, even when everything around us is changing. That's all for the 69th edition of The Networker. This week's stories remind us that networking isn't dying, it's evolving. From coffee to cardio, from digital presence to genuine presence, connection still fuels opportunity. It just looks different now. Slower, more human, and more intentional. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and remember, the strongest networks aren't built overnight. They're built over time, one conversation, one shared moment, and sometimes one coffee at a time. And don't forget, there's more waiting for you in your inbox with the full email edition of The Networker. I'll see you next time.